What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video I will show you guys how to add HTML to your Amazon description, so you can add things such as spaces, headings, and put your text in bold, as well as adding bullet points. So let's get straight into this. So as you may know, when adding a description to Amazon by just importing the description to the Amazon section, it won't allow you to do this, no matter whether you've put the text in bold and added bullet points, etc., and spaced it out. Although it may look like it's going to be posted at that, once you post it, it just is all bunched up and all messy, really, that you won't really that consumers will be put off reading. So that's why it's important to use HTMLs, because it allows you to actually include these sort of features that will just make your listing more presentable, makes it easier for the eye for the customers to read, as well as just making it good overall. So how can you do this? So um, it revolves around coding. I know what you might be thinking, coding, that's going to be quite complicated and quite advanced, but it's really not. You just need to add 3 codes to this front of your text. I'll show you what I mean by the codes. Here is a Word document that I've laid out on the different codes. So as you can see, I've put left arrow, B, right arrow, and this will represent the heading. So say if the heading is Amazon HTML description, you just put this code here at the front, and that would make it a heading. And same as bold. So if you put left arrow slash B, right arrow, that will make the text bold. You only need to put it once at the start. So if I put that here also, it will make this bold as well. It's really as simple as that. Just to cover the other two, left arrow BR, right arrow, that will make a space, and option 8 will allow you to add bullet points, and that is for Mac only. I'm not too sure how to do for for Microsoft Office, but I'm sure you can easily find out if you do have Microsoft Office. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share a good example and a bad example, and the difference of adding a heading, making your text bold, adding spaces to your listing, and how much of a difference that will make. So as you can see, this is a bad example. Um, you can see from this listing itself that it won't be quite good, and I don't think the person cares, or they probably don't know how to actually do well on Amazon. So as you can see, the title is quite short. The features, not many, only 2 pictures, as well as the description. Can you see it's all put together? It's quite dull. You won't really want to read this. It's just too much in one place. It's not very good at all. So this is what you want to avoid. Although they might have added bullet points, spaced it out, made it bold, but because they've not added HTMLs, this is what it will look like, and this is what your listing will look like if you don't use these codes. So this is a good example. This is a camping hammock. As you can see, this is a good example all around. They got nice photos. They got about 5-6 photos with a video. The title is good. They've got features, which is good. And as you can see here, they've done quite well in terms of the product description. This is something that you would like to read, and you expect to read from a website. Think about going onto a company's website and it's all section all cramped up. You won't really want to see that, would you, in a website? Same goes here. You won't want to see that on Amazon. You want it to be something like this. So as you can see, they've added headers. They made the text bold, added spaces, which is what you want. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use this same example and show you exactly how to do it. So as you can see, the title is forget the tense. They put it as bold, and they've not really put a space there, but you can. But they put a space here, So they've used a code here and then added another header, another made it bold, a title. So what I'll do is show you now. Okay, so here is the example. So as you can see, I've put a left arrow B, right arrow, and that is for the heading, and left arrow slash B, right arrow, and that is to make the text bold. So as you can remember from the example, forget the tent, it was bold and it was a header. That's all you have to do is put the header code and the boldness code, and basically write the text next to it, and then the left arrow B or right arrow, that is for space. We don't want forget the intent and then the next bullet point to be together like this basically. But what this does is this adds a space, and whether you put the ideal as a tent replacement next to it or you actually do a manual space, it really doesn't make a difference. On Amazon it will be the same. So once you've done that, you just add the text as normal, as can be seen here. So in this example, so that's what I've done. So I've added my bold, I've added my heading, and I've put a space, and I've put the information. And now I'm going to show you the second paragraph. So they've got it bold. It's not going away. They've put it as bold. They've added a header, and they've added a space and give the information. As you can see here, there's left arrow B or right arrow is the space. Left arrow B or right arrow, that's another space. So we're adding two spaces because one space will be two next to the first bullet point. Then left arrow B, right arrow, that is to add a heading, sorry, and left arrow slash B, right arrow, that's to make the text bold. So I've added two of these because if you the more spaces you want, the more just codes you put next to it for spacing, and that's about it. And then compact while spacious, that would be the header, would be bold, and then I put left arrow B or right arrow, so another space. So when I'm actually putting a description, the bullet point below, as a space, you got to put the space code next to the title, and so you just basically put your text, and that's about it. And you just keep on repeating it really. And that's how simple it is to actually add HTML to your Amazon description. You can add all of this in one go, so it would be like a bunch of codes together. And once you put on the Amazon description section, it will form it out like it's shown on the good example. Or you can actually, if it's easier for you, to actually add spaces and things like that when you're actually sorting the description out. A little bonus tip I want to give you guys is when you see, I don't know if you've seen any Amazon descriptions with the tick emojis or the arrows or whatever, you can easily do that. All you need to do is log on to your Amazon Seller Central on your mobile device, log on to it, go on your product description, how you would normally change the product description. So go and manage inventory, and then press edit, and then literally just go on your emojis on your phone, and then just press the right green tick or the arrows or whatever you want, and then press save, and that's all you need to do to actually add the green arrows or whatever you want to make it more appealing. You can also do that on your features as well, adding green arrows. It just makes the listing more stand out and just easier to read and looks better. That is all for today's video. If you did find it helpful and valuable, please leave a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe below